Welcome back. In the previous part, we did some bonding scenes on our stopover day, and that's what we're doing in this part as well here, with Gaius. It's good that we were able to put an end to the issue with Eustace's father. But the winds that blow through this nation grow more tempestuous. So I'm here to pray that they might finally calm. At least a little. I could probably use a little prayer right now. Yes. I think I'll join you, actually. So this is kind of a weird request, but while we're here, would you mind teaching me how people pray in Nord? Sure. Shall we move up a little then? Would it not be relatively the same? I assume not. That should do. Praying like this kind of makes me feel in tune with the wind as well. That is a point. I don't remember people kneeling down and like having their hands together. Outside of Gaius, I can't recall that happening. Someone remind me if that actually comes up. It may have been in a CG or something in the Sky games or something like that. It's just someone, if someone remembers, basically, just remind me. Well, it is the traditional Nord way of prayer, after all. They say that doing so calls forth the voices of the spirits and Adios in order to rid the world of disaster. Of course, how that actually works isn't really explained. I see. It's kind of frustrating to know that all we can really do right now is pray. Rean? This war's brought about so many sacrifices at this point. Whether it be the innocent victims or the soldiers who fell in battle. But in the end, there's nothing we can do to stop that. Celtic's proof enough of that. That's why I can't help but feel so frustrated at myself. I understand what you mean. Felt the same during my time in Nord. There's simply nothing we can do in the face of such a powerful storm. But that doesn't mean we should stand by idly as we watch the destruction. I know that. But it's just... No one person can make their way through life without help. No one can cover every need, every eventuality. But that's okay, because mankind shows its greatest strength through banding together. Huh? Those are the words of an old traveling priest who used to visit Nord long ago. In the end, there's only so much we can do alone. However, by accepting this and working together, people can overcome any trial they face. My time at Class 7 led me to believe that this is what he meant. Huh. You're not alone, Rean. You have me and the rest of Class 7, not to mention many other comrades with you. So let's do what we can to prevent any more tragedies like Celtic from happening. You're always so confident, Gaius. Maybe I should take a few pointers from you. This doesn't change the fact that we've got a tough road ahead of us, though. But knowing I've got all of you by my side makes me confident that we'll pull through. I feel very much the same. Let's walk down that road together, then, and take back our home. Right. It's that strange thing of, like, if you were going through the game, like, first time, etc., you'd be like, well, that was kind of a nothing bonding scene, wasn't it? Really, you would think that compared to the others. You'd be like, was that it? Like, but in retrospect, makes a lot of sense and is kind of important. You know, you've got, it's that sort of thing you're like, you've got, again, it just comes back to that idea in my head, actually, of replaying the games is so important, because it's like, well, that has so much more significance now. It feels very important because of what we know later, which I won't go into, obviously. What a peaceful place. It was during our field study, of course, but it's nice to see that that's still the case. This peace could be a recent development, though. These past few weeks might not have been so kind. They certainly haven't been kind to Eustace. Still, there's not much we can do now, except rest and recover. And we need it. This does seem like a nice enough place to rest, to be honest. Yes, of course. Hey, do you mind if I sat with you for a while? Not to steal your idea or anything, but this does seem like a nice spot to take a break. I certainly thought so. Please make yourself comfortable. It's nice and quiet here. Not too cold either. Don't think I've been able to sit back and relax like this in a long time. My eyes feel so heavy. Must be more tired than I thought. And he's gone. Rean? Looks like he fell asleep. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. He must be exhausted after Orok's fought. In that case... I must have fallen asleep. On something nice and comfy, no less. Hello there, sleepyhead. Emma? Triple dot. Whoa! Emma? Why was that on your lap? Did you sleep well? Best sleep of my life. Don't change the subject. Well, let me apologize. I really didn't expect to end up sleeping on your lap like that. I'm the one who put you there in the first place, so no need to think about apologizing. Couldn't leave you to sleep on a cold, hard bench after all. He still was, though. One of my duties as a witch is to support you. Just think of this as another form of support. It's kind of a stretch. I would appreciate it if you let me do this much for you at least. It's all thanks to both you and Valimar that Breahard's regained peace. In fact, I believe we've managed to come as far as we have thanks to your efforts. Don't know about that, Emma. You're forgetting that I had all of you. I've been able to push myself through all this only thanks to the people who chose to stick by me. Besides, I never would have come across Valimar in the first place if it weren't for your guidance. You think that much of us, Rean? Oh yeah. Still got a long road ahead of us, right? That road will eventually lead us to Crow and Vita. So sorry, but you're still stuck with us, Emma. Damn it. I can live with that. I'll do everything in my power to help, both as your friend and as your class president. I hate when my brain does that. It's like end of sentence, press button. Like, no! Stupid brain. Like, it's muscle memory. That's the issue. It's muscle memory. Right, so let's make sure we get, like, the little bit of bonding out the way? Rounds out the way before we head off to the mansion. Because, you know, yeah, Eustace is there and all that type of stuff. But just to be sure. I intend to keep doing what I can for Class 7 as its president. And what I can for you as the witch tasked with guiding you. Hopefully I'll be able to make myself useful in both regards. Yeah, indeed. Oh yes, quite. Yesterday certainly was a frightening experience. I don't think I've ever seen so many soldiers before. Poor Bootsy still hasn't gotten over it. Shh, it's okay now. I'm right here. There's a number of new soldiers in town now, it seems. I hope they don't scare Bootsy. Don't worry, we'll be making sure that order is maintained here in Breahard. Granted, the 4th Division's main focus right now is preparing for the battle at Heimdall, which means a squad like ours will only have so much in the way of equipment. We have enough to do our jobs, though. My squad will be stationed here for the time being. Noble city or not, our job is to ensure the citizens' safety. Leave things here to us. Allow me to add that you're all obliged to follow our orders here. Don't expect any special treatment just because one of you is related to the Lieutenant General. Master Gorty seems to be in the middle of something at the moment. Not that it has anything to do with me, of course. Perhaps they'll be done by the time I return from shopping. I'd like to get the shopping done as swiftly as possible. What? You mean to tell me that all of my assets have vanished? I'm afraid so, sir. With the Duke arrested, his backing is effectively worthless. And with him no longer able to guarantee your investments, your own assets were lost as well. No, I won't stand for this. Master Gotti, please compose yourself. Oh, look at this lovely red car. Isn't it delightful? Well, this certainly is a surprise. I never expected the master and lady to return on such short notice. It's a relief to know they're well. The children should be able to rest easy now. It seems their region managed to avoid being swept up in the war. I'm sure their presence there helped to ease everyone's worries. They are beloved by their people after all. I feel so much calmer knowing that they're both back home now. Better yet, the children are simply overjoyed. I should be sure to thank them again once I finished up these chores. Wait, isn't that... Yeah, it's gotta be Bridget from the Wind Orchestra. She looks too busy to talk to right now, though, so she'll come back once I meet up with everyone else. At least let her know. Father! Mother! Suzanne, thank goodness you're safe. We came as quickly as we could after we heard what happened. Oh, Adios, thank you for keeping our children safe. I'm so glad you're all safe. Come closer, Suzanne, let me see your face. That tickles. We left the children here under the impression that it'd be the safest place for them. This certainly came as a surprise, to say the least. Things are only going to get more dangerous from here on out, but we can take some comfort in knowing they're safe for now. Yes. Yay, Mummy and Daddy are back. Now we can talk lots and lots. Yay. Yay, indeed. I'm so glad that you're both safe. We're fine too, thanks to Bridget. Hey, Mummy. I'm so good at dancing now. I like really good. Hey, Mummy, are you listening? Mummy! Mummy! Listen! 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 Dancing doesn't seem to be the only thing you've gotten better at. The Abrea family mansion is currently under our control. I have to say, though, it's rather nerve-wracking for us to be stationed in such a, noble-dominated area. There's no need for you to be concerned, of course. Our presence won't alarm the citizens as much as the armored divisions would. Good day. We received word to let you all pass. I expect Eustace Abrea should be inside at the moment, too. I certainly never expected things to come to this. I wouldn't be so sure, though, after all, considering what Princess Alphyn said. Have you heard of Duke Abrea's current predicament? Lord Rufus remains a major part of the Noble Alliance, so it may be possible for the situation to be reversed. I heard that Lord Eustace was appointed acting head of the Abrea family after the Duke's arrest. What is the meaning of this? Why was he chosen over Lord Rufus? Wolf. Berehard is now under the Imperial Army's jurisdiction, you say? Oh, Adios, what waking nightmare is this? It simply can't be real. I must admit that it's a relief to know the Kreutzen Provincial Army has no need to fight anymore. Lord Eustace even ordered them to stay put at Aurochs Fort, too. Phew, now there's no need to worry for my husband's safety. I have little interest in who was victorious in this war, so long as my husband remains safe. All that remains now is to await his return. Everyone says we lost the war. But who cares? Daddy can come back home now. He's gonna have to play with me lots to make up for being away for so long. I like their attitude. It's like, it's just like, yeah, focus on what's important to you. Daddy promised to play with me lots when he gets back. I hope he's back soon. Indeed. Now, here we go. Here we go. What you got to say about the matter? Citizens here look as though they've just awoken from the deepest of slumbers. Very well then, allow me to teach them the true meaning of love. It's an emotion that lingers deep within all of our hearts, after all. Don't be shy, my friends. Unlock the door to your heart and let your love flow freely. Here, allow my beautiful performance to aid you. Well, thanks for letting me go inside Valimar with you. It's kind of nice to have a rough idea of what you got to go through. You're welcome, I guess. But you might want to teach him to be a little more considerate. Ignore me. I was just talking crazy right now. I had no idea what happened. Yesterday was so frightening. You could hear the battle taking place from here. On the bright side, it gave me the chance to get acquainted with the lady next door. She has so many interesting stories to tell. Father's currently out conducting business, if I recall. The fact that he's working this late does make me a bit worried for him. Your father deals in jewelry, you say? Oh no. How magnificent. Perhaps you could introduce us sometime. Of course, he'd like that too, I'm sure. Oh no. This Baron Fafnir seems to deal in some rather exquisite jewelry. I must meet him at all costs. Oh dear. Esmeralda will remain open for business despite all that has happened. The Duke's arrest certainly came as a shock, but I'm just relieved that the city itself is in no danger. The Imperial Army seems to be doing their best to avoid stirring up any trouble, which I appreciate. You're more than welcome to stay any time. Many of our customers are uneasy after everything that happened yesterday. However, the battle itself has officially ended. So for now, Hotel Esmeralda remains entirely safe for everyone. Please feel free to make yourselves at home. Duke Apre has been arrested. Goodness, I'm looking forward to telling everyone back home about this. Or I would be, but I'm far more concerned about the Imperial Army taking control of Kreutzen. Perhaps I should retreat to Ordis while I still can. Master Richmond and Count Gorty have been competing to see who could make more mirror from investment. Count Gorty was winning. Until yesterday, at least. Certain Count Gorty must be flabbergasted at the moment. Oh, yes. Regardless, I must schedule our return to Ordis at once. I certainly never expected something this ludicrous to occur. Better to return to Ordis while I still can. I just wish I could have seen Count Gorty's grief-stricken face before leaving. We have a number of customers checking out today. While I understand why, I think they may be letting their panic get the better of them. Of course, I don't mean to imply that they're cowards. Most definitely not. I just feel that they might want to observe the situation a bit more. Many of the people checking out had a tendency to brag about their skill in combat, you see. Times like this are when they should be acting to prove their claims, right? Apologies, I went a bit too far. No, you didn't. Oh, hello there. You two have been stopping by rather often, as of late. Of course, it's always a pleasure to see you so full of energy. Might I ask how you're faring? We're fine. Yep. That's good to hear. Berehard will likely be in chaos for a while yet, so try to stay out of trouble. In fact, I prefer it if you stay in the church as much as possible. You'll be much safer here. Okay. Don't worry about us. Lord Jesus always made it a point to tell us to come here if things ever got dangerous. Can't really hear what goes on outside from here either, so Rabbi doesn't get scared. Some really scary stuff happened yesterday. I was here with Annette, so I wasn't scared at all. And that travelling priest's words live on within me to this day. We can't do much alone, but that should never stop us from trying. If for no other reason than to prevent what happened in Kildick from ever happening again. Again, that makes sense with stuff later. I'm started reflecting on my life as of late. I have everything I could possibly ask for. High quality clothes, delicious meals every day. Sister Tatiana had all that once too, but chose to abandon it for the sake of helping others. So he might be in a state of confusion now, but I can't see this changing the way us nobles live our lives in the long term. Question is whether or not that's a good thing. Ooh, I like how he's thinking. Oh, how frightful. First the tanks and then the gunfire and explosions. This is happening in Berehard of all places. When will these horrors end? Not anytime soon. We sent a number of relief provisions to the people of Celtic. Of course, no amount of material aid can heal the scars in their hearts. I only wish there was more we could do for them. Not easy fighting off this sense of powerlessness. But despite that, it's important we focus on doing what we can for the time being. Today's Mass will be about St. Veronica, a woman whose unwavering faith shone brightly during the Dark Ages. In fact, her devout prayers were enough to bring forth a miracle which saved many from great tragedy. Let this be a lesson that, through faith, there is nothing for us to fear. While times may be distressing, there is nothing for us to fear. Offer up your prayers, and all shall be well. Good day. Sorcière will be open for business as usual today. Think of this as an opportunity to cast aside your worries and enjoy a fine meal. Please take this opportunity to cast your worries aside and enjoy a fine dining experience. Not the meal, the dining experience now, okay. That's a bit different. Are the rumors of what happened to Celtic true? If so, I'm not entirely sure if I should be doing business like this after all. The battles may have come to an end, but who knows how business will go from here on out. I lost a good friend recently, too. Just got back from paying my respects. Why can't you understand, Father? All I want is to join my schoolmates on the Courageous, which is precisely why I'm opposed. You're a daughter of the nobility. You can't go off gallivanting at a time like this. This is exactly the time to go. If you weren't so thick-headed, you'd understand that. Thick-headed? How dare you use such language towards your own father? Looks like Teresia's busy at the moment. I can try once I've met up with the rest of the gang. Why must you be so bull-headed? Just merely because I'm trying to stand on my own 2 feet for the first time? Is that what upsets you so? That's certainly not the issue. Where in the world did you learn such vulgar language? I knew it was a mistake to let you interact with commoners at the academy. I swear, Father, I'll cut all ties with you if you say that again. Welcome. Are you all planning on resting today? I can only imagine how exhausted you must be after all that's happened. Allow me to be so bold as to request that you all stay by Lord Eustace's side as much as possible as well. While they were never on good terms, having to arrest his own father must have hurt him more than he's letting on. We'll be honored to, sir. While things may be tense in the city, we have every intention of providing our usual high-quality service. Please take this opportunity to relax. Hey, did you hear the rumor about His Majesty being held captive in Heimdall? The Noble Alliance has been keeping all sorts of stuff from us, so I can totally believe it. And can you imagine what a scandal that'd be if it turned out to be true? Phew, talk about busy. It's tough keeping track of all those rumors that have been spreading lately. Where am I hearing these, you ask? From our beloved customers, of course. Playing piano in a big, fancy restaurant like this really is a dream come true. Made me feel like maybe there is something I can do for the people of Celtic after all. Thanks for bringing me here, Rean. So much better now. No problem at all. Recent events have been rather unsettling for all of us. I just hope my music can help soothe our customers' woes. The size of this place never ceases to amaze me. Both the Duke and Scarlet are being held here, I think. Enter the Erebonia family mansion. Look at the marbled floor. I mean, I'm always impressed by the marble floors. Always. Size of those bloody chandeliers. Look at them. Massive. That fall it'd kill you. What are you even dusting? There's not... You're dusting the air. That owes a lot of dust here. It's like, because it's the air.
Damn, this is incredible. It's not as grand as Valflame Palace, but I doubt you'll find many mansions this fancy. The Duke's residence is certainly befitting of his status.
You came after all, Rean.
Yeah, I was kinda hesitant to come and visit in case I got in your way, though.
No, it's fine. Everything is largely settled here now. I will leave the rest to you, then.
As you wish. Leave everything to us.
That's what he said he would do.
And we will strive and make things as comfortable for your father as possible.
You have my thanks.
He's Captain Claire's adjutant, isn't he?
Indeed, and quite a skilled one at that. He and his men will be managing the mansion together while keeping my father in custody. At least until the war comes to an end.
Oh, right.
There's no need to look so glum. He deserves to answer for his crimes much like others.
Yeah, but that's not what we're glum about.
He should be grateful he hasn't been handcuffed and thrown in a cell.
I guess that's one way of looking at it. Oh, yeah, Scarlet's here too, right?
She's currently receiving treatment in the annex. She remains bedridden, but her life is in no real danger, or so I hear.
That's good.
If you'd like to speak with her, you should go and pay her a visit. Meanwhile, I'll be going to my room to get ready for departure. If you need anything at all, feel free to come by and see me.
Thanks, Eustace. Will do.
Look at that marbled floor.
Wait a sec. Where is his room anyway?
You're in it. What?
I don't know where the annex Scarlet's in is either. I guess I'll have to ask someone.
Oh yeah, of course. Like seriously, you're not dust. Oh no, I take it back. You are catching the edge. All right, fair enough. That's what I was concerned about. Oh hello. Are you looking for Lady Scarlet's room? It's quite far down the corridor on the annex's first floor. Thanks. How do I get to the annex though? My apologies. Turn left here and make your way out into the courtyard. There's a path on the right side of the fountain, which if you follow will... I think I understand where to go now. And that it's going to be a really long walk. You have some business with Lady Scarlet. Her room is near the end of the corridor on the first floor of the annex. You can reach it by taking a left here. Do you mean this? Who designed those stairs? The marble floor is good, but the stairs, they need some work. Good day to you. Please leave everything here in our hands. His Grace is confined to the mansion, but he is permitted a degree of freedom within its walls. Rest assured that the terrorist S is being treated with care as well. All the same. I expected, like, you've got a name. You should have said something more, but alright. Oh, are you looking for Lord Eustace's room? Please turn to the right here. You'll find it at the very end of the hall on the right wing's third floor. I see. Thank you very much. That said, His Grace and Lord Eustace have a lot on their minds at the present. Please do try to be quiet while inside the mansion, so as to not disturb them needlessly. Of course. I'll be as quiet as I possibly can. Let's go wake up the Duke and mess around and like throw pots and pans in the room and stuff. If you are looking for Lord Eustace's room, you can reach it by turning right here. Lord Eustace does seem to be rather tired, however, so please try to be as quiet as possible while inside. No. My apologies, but His Grace has firmly expressed that he does not want to meet with anyone at the present time. Well, tough. I must ask you to turn back. Of course. Sorry to disturb you. Lord Eustace has given me instructions on how to handle matters here in the province. Maintaining the status quo here should be possible without his direct assistance. The railway military police have been showing great consideration towards us as well. As such, I ask that you don't concern yourself with matters here. They are all being taken care of. This way leads to Duke Abray's private room. Don't think this is the time to be visiting him. I wasn't going to visit him. I was going to give him a piece of my mind. That's what I was going to do. Right, so let's actually end this part here then on this lovely marble floor. And in the next part, we shall head off to Lord Eustace's room at the end of the corridor or the hall on the right. So, see you then. Ta-ta for now.